historical Rants. Mark out with us! Hey guys, Mr. Awesome RC Gate here with another edition of the Squared Circle Rants podcast. Oh my god. Oh, sorry, I'm still processing what I'm gonna start this show. Or the topic I'm gonna start with, because I still can't believe it. It's been stuck in my head ever since last night. I was, relaxing, drinking beer, watching stuff on the TV, whatnot, just having a good time, and I get this ridiculous text. Well, the person who sent it to me, it wasn't ridiculous. It was my cousin, Derek, sent me the news about this. But before I get to that, I have to set this up because it gets more and more ridiculous. And of course, I've seen memes and jokes and, the story being covered. I'm sure you have by now. So let's start from the beginning here. WWE, I believe this was from yesterday. Yes, because today is the 19th. Whatever, sorry. But I'm pulling this story from Cultaholics, who reported it. They were one of many that reported about this because it's just so out there. So, to start, sorry for jumbling everything, WWE filed to trademark the in-ring name Gunther Stark. Now, does that really mean anything? Okay, interesting name. Who's going to get stuck with that, name? What are they going to do? I mean, this is WWE. They're weird right now. Everything's just... Actually, I'm just going to say it. WWE, and this will prove it, is freaking bizarro world right now. That's what they are. I mean, we could pick on AEW for the weird shit they do. We could pick on... Well, not pick on, but we could go to GCW where they have their death matches. And then, of course, Impact has a lot of goofy crap that goes on. But this, I don't know what's going through WWE's mind. But, so, they went to trademark this name. And apparently, no one did their research when going to trademark, because Gunther Stark is actually, and I'm quoting here from the article, Gunther Stark is actually the name of a captain lieutenant who served in the Kriegsmarine, the Navy of Nazi Germany during World War II. Stark was a U-boat commander that operated in the English Channel until he died June 8th, 1944. Okay, so even that, you could think, well, like I just said, they didn't do their research. Someone, probably got wind of it by now or by yesterday that, oh, hey, this could be really bad. Let's not use this name. And all would have been pretty much forgiven. You just would have went, oh, WWE, just make fun of their little screw up there. However, oh my God, they decided, apparently, that they're going to just drop the last name, not the whole name, the last name, and give the name Gunther to their only Austrian wrestler, Walter. Why? What the hell? But yes, last night on NXT 2.0, spoiler alert if you haven't watched it yet, but I'm sure you've seen the articles. I found out, like I said, from my cousin, saw the articles, saw what happened, then of course I watched it today to see how it went down. And yes, after a really good match, and there was no doubt in my mind that it wouldn't be, between Roderick Strong and Walter. I mean, just a slap fest. Oh, I loved it. Right at the end, Walter announces they were going to say who the winner was, and he goes, I can't think of the quote. I could find it, but he goes something like, "The person that won this match, his name is Gunther," because he won the match. But I'm like, okay, so two things. One, what we just talked about, or I just talked about. I feel like you're here with me, okay? So I say we sometimes. Anywho, hugely problematic to give Walter the name of a former naval or Nazi naval lieutenant. Very problematic. But also, and then there's the little thing, number two, why change his name? I mean, any name would have been horrible. We all know who Walter is, especially if you watch NXT UK, and there's people who watched him in the Indies, and from what I've heard, he was one of the biggest indie stars out there, thus coming into NXT, more people got to see him. I fell in love with him. I know you fell in love with him. But I hate these needless name changes. We know who they are. We don't need to change their name. But then to screw up that bad. Like you're thinking not only what the hell, but you're also thinking, okay, how much money did they throw at Walter to have him go with this? Like, I'm not assuming that everybody knew that that name was tied to Nazis. I sure as hell didn't until it was brought to my attention here on the wonderful internet. But then to just go ahead and do it. Like, we'll just drop this and it'll be fine. Well, obviously it's not fine. Like, you need to change him back and just get rid of the name entirely. I mean, you obviously can't slip it under the rug, but you can at least try to distance yourself, and we'll shame you like we have, like I've seen, like one of my favorite memes. If you go over to, I believe I shared it or someone else did, but if you go to the Squared Soaker Rants Facebook page, sorry guys, trying to find it. There it is. I wish I could show it, but essentially they put blonde hair on Walter and then a Central Perk apron. For those that are not familiar, that's the coffee shop that's centered around Friends, the show that was on for many years. And there was a character named Gunther on the show. And I mean, I'm enjoying the memes. WWE deserves to be mocked horribly for this, but again, they just need to just move on, get rid of the trademark. But yeah, I say Bizarro World, and this isn't new, I know, but it just seems to get weirder and weirder. They're not, not just this, but the many releases, changing NXT, and, essentially it looks like, getting rid of everybody. I'm not going to go heavily into that. But then to also have, they're like, we're going to step in a different direction, but we're still going to have the, Dusty Classic. They're still going to have big stars come over, which, I mean, just to have Walter come over, which I'm happy about. But they're like, no, we're going with the newer stars, but yet they bring Walter over. I mean, that alone, him being there was weird because he was adamant that he didn't want to move to the U.S. I mean, I'm glad that he changed his mind, very glad, but to come to this, whew. But yeah, they're showcasing certain talent, getting rid of, well, not getting rid of, but not showcasing others. Which brings me like this. This just ticks me off here. Report and this is from Cultaholic as well, that WWE using Finn Balor to help get over younger talent. While Finn Balor found himself in the main event picture on SmackDown, I'm not going to go through the whole article. But essentially, yeah, they're not really pushing him. They're just using him at this point. And even worse is that there's reports that Vince McMahon only views Balor as a mid-card talent, and the WWE chairman never saw the former Universal Champion as a top superstar. Which, come on. Are you freaking serious? But I'm sure there's many, many more reasons why, how WWE has become this weird, bizarre company. I mean, some are good, like the fact that we're getting the Impact Women's Champion to come over and do the Royal Rumble. But still bizarre. Like, they're making all these weird freaking moves, and this just, the whole Walter Gunther thing just really escalated the weirdness. Like, what are you doing? What the fuck? But yes, that's why I had to open the show with this, because it's been on my mind all night, all day. I annoyed the hell out of my parents talking about it. Well, and also I was in a rather, how would you say it? I was in a good mood. A little tipsy. So I get more excited about what the hell is going on, but I still can't get over it. And, of course, we'll just have to wait and see what's going to happen. Well, actually, let's go a little more on this bizarre train. Is that with all the weird, bizarre, shady, bad things going on in WWE, apparently the Briscoes still want to come over. Now, I want to say a year to 2 years ago, I'm going to be excited either way if the Briscoes come over. I mean, no matter where they go. We're still waiting, please, for them to show up in AEW. But I would have been more excited if this was in the big heyday of NXT for them to come over. But then again, they were killing it elsewhere at that point. But yes, they were. This is from Cultaholic as well. Reported Jay and Mark Briscoe were on Bustin' Open Radio, and they were asked how they think they'd fare in WWE, and the brother said, and I quote, this is from Jay, says, I think we would definitely survive, because at the end of the day, you've got to get in the ring and ring the bell. And then Mark added, I think that we would survive and thrive. Vince McMahon likes money? No shit he does. And shoot, when we get in between those ropes, that's what we're going to do. We're going to make your company money. And that's the bottom line. Not trying to sound cocky or anything. And then Jay finished with, we are very confident in our abilities, especially right now. We're at the top of our game. Damn right they are. So really, man, anywhere we go, we're going to definitely, like he said, survive and thrive. Survive, possibly thrive. I don't quite agree with that. Let's really think about this. If they can get Vince on their side, then yes, definitely they would survive. They would thrive. And especially if they make Vince a lot of money, he's going to be happier than shit. But you play that gamble it seems like, with Vince nowadays. And, well, actually, and there could be many other instances to argue that he's been doing this for years. But if he likes you, oh, boom. Shoot you to the moon, whether it's good or bad. If he doesn't like you, I mean, come on. We'll go back to the releases. He released people that were making him money. So just very weird. Very weird. But yeah, I would love to see the Briscoes in WWE. Now, that part of another fear I have is that they would tone them down. And I don't want to tone down Briscoes. I want let them do whatever the hell they want, Briscoes. And I would definitely love Usos versus Briscoes. Ooh, that's called printing money. But yeah, I mean, there's always that fear with WWE. I mean, you could say that really with any company. Like I've mentioned many times with AEW, the fear is you just get lost in the shuffle. You don't really get to see the talents that you would know, or even talents you don't know. You don't get to see how much potential they could or would have. But with WWE, it's definitely more risky to go over there. Like, I could see the Briscoes whooping ass, collecting championships in WWE, but I can also see they have one or two matches and out the door. And that's sad to say, but it's true. That's the state of WWE right now. It's horrible. And actually, what was it? I forgot who I mentioned this to. Maybe it was in the comments that, you know, as horrible as WWE is, they still keep a little of my attention. Like, let's go back to Walter and Strong. You know, NXT, it is what it is. But that was match of the night. And it, to have it at the end of the show, it at least kept you there. Or, at the very least, you fast forwarded. But, so they really do some things to at least keep you. I mean, we're going to bitch. You know, if it's worth bitching about, we're going to bitch about it. But, you know, there's some good matches. There's matches where, or not just matches, there's funny promos, or the way people, like Kevin Owens, I love what he's doing. Actually, come to think about it, watching Raw from Monday, like when Damian Priest, and God bless him, love Damian Priest, but I hate this new character. Like, it's really on the freaking nose of, you know, oh, he could be good, could be bad. Ooh. But he was doing a back and forth to Rollins and Owens, and sadly, like with with Damian Priest, you could tell that he was reading off of a script. You know, you could see it. However, you know, Owens, hard to tell. Like, did he just take certain parts from what they wanted him to say? Did he memorize it and he's just good at delivering? I like to believe the latter, because he's really good. And like, he's turning, and I think I've said it before, he's turning up that goofiness, but not going too goofy, if you understand what I mean. Like, it's just entertaining either way. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna stay on WWE here, because God, they're just making weird decision after weird decision. What was another? Oh, happy 50th birthday to R-Truth. Yes, I said that. R-Truth is 50. God damn, he does not look 50. But good on him. There's some. I had some art. I always have articles set up, or I try to. Was that really the biggest freaking thing? Oh, this, I gotta talk about this one. It was, oh, maybe I can find the actual article, but it was WWE Okay, I can't find the article for some reason. I thought I shared it. But essentially, they were comparing themselves to AEW and said, we don't quote me here because I can't remember the exact words, but essentially that we don't go ultra violence like the competitor, da 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 da. But this meme I had to bring. Actually, it was a tweet from one. I don't know why I'm trying to sound sophisticated. You watch this show, you can tell I am not. But this is from Trevor Dame over on Twitter. But he said, "We here at the WWE do not believe in entertainment where people legitimately mutilate and hurt themselves. In unrelated news, here is Johnny Knoxville promoting Jackass Forever." Well, yeah, because it's mocking. I mean, it's wrestling. And it's just so funny that they constantly go, no, that they're not competition, but yet they'll try to jab at them, use jabs like that. And of course, it doesn't work. But all right, let's get away from these ridiculous or bad things going on in WWE. Let's talk about actually something I'm still excited for. And I want to get your guys' take on this. And I'll give my own. NXT 2.0, even though it's different, it's new, it's whatever the hell it is still doing the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, which I'm happy for, but at the same time, it confuses the hell out of me for reasons I stated earlier. But let's try to get excited for this. We have MSK, Jacket Time. Oh, it's going to take me a while to get used to that. Malik Blade and Idris Enofe. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Legado del Fantasma, Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen, the Creed Brothers, Grizzled Young Veterans, and Andre Trace, and I didn't even know who this dude was. I just thought, or one of his followers, Bodhi, Bodhi, Hayward. Oh man, it just seems like they gave up on that one. But that started this week. Now, the pessimist in me is gonna, just thinks, well, who the hell cares? They're gonna push one of the newer tag teams, and they might. But let's just try. Let's try to be positive. Really go into this. Matches that already happened, I believe. Malik Blade and small lettering. Enofe won against Legado del Fantasma, so they move on. Was it Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen lost to the Creed Brothers, so already, well, that one, either way, it was going to get the newer superstars over. Definitely with the Legado versus those two. Legado lost, so they're in. But next we'll have MSK versus Jacket Time. Now, I'm excited for that match because both teams are awesome. I'm sad that Kushida is in a freaking tag team, especially this type of tag team. But who knows? He could be happy. He seems to be happy in it. I definitely want Grizzled Young Veterans to take over from Andre Chase and whatever the frick his name. Fuck it. I'm going to say fuck. Whatever the fuck his name is. So we'll have that. So then that would put Grizzled Young Veterans. They move on. That would put them against the Creed Brothers. No, I want Grizzled Young Veterans. I'm going to be that guy. Actually, you know what? No. Well, no. I want Grizzled Young Veterans, but if the Creeds win, I'm not going to be too disappointed. I don't want them to win it, because I'm freaking tired of this. Well, they're good, and they are good. Like, they show a lot of promise. Definitely greener than Braun Breaker. But I'm not going to be disappointed if I see them move on. MSK and Jacket Time. That's going to be a toughie. MSK definitely I would want to go through, even though I love Kushida. So that would put them against Malik, Blade, and his partner. And in that sense, I want MSK to win. So that puts them in the finals. And, yeah, I won't be disappointed if it comes down to Creed and MSK. I don't want the Creed brothers to win, but I'm fearing that that's what's going to happen. So there you have it, folks. Those are my thoughts on that. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Not just, are you excited for it? Are you, who do you think will win? Who do you want to win? Yada, yada, yada. Before I go here, I have a bit of a plug. And I'm just excited for it. I'm actually excited for this pay-per-view. I am every year, especially with the endless possibilities of who could be in it. That is the Royal Rumble coming up here in 2 weeks. And I'm also happy that it's on a Saturday because, hey, I can enjoy a beer or 6, whatever. You don't know my life. Anywho, but not just because of the whole Mickey James thing. It makes you think, oh, who could pop up in the, men's Royal Rumble. But not only am I very excited for this, over on the the Squared Circle Rants Facebook page, Mr. Awesome himself will be going live for the Royal Rumble matches. Yeah, that's right. I'm not going to do the whole pay-per-view. I can't sit still for long, or that long. But yes, I will be going live for the Women's Royal Rumble and the Men's Royal Rumble, just to show my reactions. And heck, you can join in, tell me what you think as it's going on, enjoy a beer with me, whatever. But yes, please head on over to Facebook, become a member. As I always say, you can share memes, opinions, articles. That's what we do over there. And, hopefully this is going to be a fun experience. I'll try not to drink too much. Bullshit. But yes, just those matches, because I'll be honest with you, I can't just sit here for a long period of time. I mean, I know I do the podcast sitting here for long periods, but I'm also a smoker. I also need bathroom breaks. And hey, I need to, get more beer here and there. I will try to do real reviews over on Instagram in between the other matches that are going on. Those I'm not... I should have had it up here. Maybe we'll go search for it. Actually, no. You know what? We will wait until next week. I'll set it up and I'll give you my predictions on what I think is going to happen, who's going to win, yada yada, what I'm excited for. But yes, folks, that is the show for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, subscribe. Really helps me out. I'd love to get more of an audience. I'd love to get more opinions on what you guys think. Not just me rattling off in front of a camera, even though that's essentially what this podcast is. I see crap, I talk about it, here we are. But yes, please like, share, subscribe, join the Facebook page. We'd love to have you over there, and also check us out on Instagram. Well, guys, I know this was kind of a short and sweet podcast, and I kind of ran out of things to talk about, but it is what it is. Thanks for watching this. If you did, And always, well, wait, I screwed even my ending line. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. I am Mr. Awesome RC Gade. Thanks for stopping by. But as always, thank you for marking out with us.
Circle Rants.
Mark out with us!